Every year it's the same thing with the Yankees. Oh, we're going to sign a top-tier player. Hey, what are you talking about? Hey.
Eric Spoelstra's one of the worst coaches in the NBA.
What's up there, all you sports fans out there, and welcome back to Franchise Sports segment of Analyze This, where we take the most recent sports topics and break them on down. Now, once again, at the debate desk, we have Mr. Curtis Ford and Mr. Victor Jones. What's up, guys?
How's it going,
man? All right, now we're on the hill, so that's where we'll start today. Good news for the Rattlers. Former standout linebacker Brandon Denmark, the cousin of FAMU cornerback Terry Johnson, transferred from the University of Illinois to put on a FAMU jersey. He came back to Tallahassee in hopes of getting more playing time than he did at Illinois, which is where the coaches that recruited him have left. The strength and conditioning coach for FAMU, Coach Russell Barbarino, says Denmark has been very impressive during off-season workouts. Denmark played in 10 games during his freshman season and registered only 5 tackles. But Denmark says he has a different perspective on the game after his experience in the Big Ten Conference. So, my question to you guys is, how big is it for FAMU's defense to get a player from the Big Ten?
It's always huge when you're on the FCS level and you get a player from a big-time program. It automatically boosts your team because now you have that guy who was good enough to play at that top level, and now he's infusing with some guys that were already good, in my opinion, one of the best linebacking cores in the MEAC, maybe FCS, I don't know. But, put him on there with Brandon Hepburn and I believe Demarius Folsom, that's a big boost.
You think that's a big move for FAMU?
Yes, it was a big move to get, because that brings leadership and it can also bring accountability to the FAMU defense.
Okay, so, but how much big of a difference do you think he can make?
I mean, he's still young. He's still a sophomore. You know what I'm saying? He's not, a big dog just yet. Just because you come from a big-time program doesn't mean you're still gonna fall out on this level. But I still think that, with this guy and seeing like his family tree and seeing the other Denmarks that play, he got a couple of brothers that play at Rickers right now who, about to be big time, players and big time recruits. I really think he does bring a lot, and he can really contribute pretty well. So.
Do you think he's gonna make a big difference, small difference? What do you think?
I say a medium-sized difference because again, he is just a sophomore, but I say a medium-sized difference, but I really do think he can make a difference on the team. So.
All right, so he's gonna make a big difference on the field. Also, our franchise sports reporters talked to FAMU's strength and conditioning coach Russell Barbarino and defensive lineman Patrick Scott about summer workouts. Check this out.
Oh God.
It's been excellent. The summer has gone really well. The summer has been extremely hot here, and we try to train them out to get acclimated for camp. Camp is hot here, especially when you're carrying an extra 10 pounds of equipment, it can weigh you down. So we're trying to get in real good shape, and but that's our goal every year. My thing I'm looking for is not necessarily so much physical, but character development, mental discipline, who's intrinsically motivated as opposed to being pushed all the time. I want to make sure that they are driven on their own. I shouldn't have to be there all the time, pushing them all the time. They should be pushing each other. And we've seen a little bit more of that, and you'll see that with the mature team. We have about 18 seniors, so that's really good as well. Well, the great thing about strength and conditioning, and one of the things I love the most about it is it doesn't discriminate. It's an equal opportunity employer. You get out essentially what you put into it. So the guys that haven't been doing what they were supposed to are struggling. The guys that have been here all summer they look like a fine-tuned machine, like they're just tuning up that engine, So, but you have to consider that every time you have a program, they're 18 to 20-year-olds. They go home. They got a lot of different distractions. But the guys that have stayed here, committed, you can really see the difference. Their numbers have shot through the roof. So that's really exciting to see.
Everything we've been in the summer's been on an integral increase. So today was a lower body day, and every day we do lower body day. Probably you have your squats, single leg curls, RDLs, things like that. We always couple it with plyometrics because you want to be explosive as a a football player sideline, you know, side to side, jumping vertical. As soon as we finish our plyos, we head up to the stadium, Bragg Stadium, and do different drills. Like today, we double leg hop the whole stadium, then single leg hop the whole stadium, sprinting it straight forward, and then we ran it sideways. And then with the heat the way it is today, you know, it's been just as much of a mental challenge as it has been a physical challenge. And you know, he doesn't take no slack on us. As soon as we finish the stadiums, we come out here and we fill the tires you see behind me. And you know, we do it by according the size, the smaller tire to the skill guys, second biggest tire to the linebackers, running backs, tight ends, and then of course the big dog for the linemen. And trust me, there's no joke pushing that tire with your legs when your legs are shot. So to me, it's been what he's done for us. He's done leaps and bounds for us physically, but it's definitely been a mental strength that I think is going to definitely pay off come this season. You know, starting games strong, finishing games strong with the mindset to dominate the whole way through. So Coach B has definitely been quintessential to our success.